And now, Judge Mathis reveals the results of yesterday's DNA test.
All right, who wants to be sisters?
I do.
Me.
All right, well, the desires of your heart have been granted.
Could you sign that and I can have it?
All right.
I want a copy.
All right.
I love you.
Ooh, I can rest now. Ooh, I can call my mama now.
Y'all going to Disney World now?
Yes.
We've been in each other's weddings, so we're going to keep in contact with each other.
Okay. Or y'all going to get a swig of liquor and celebrate?
Yes.
We were in each other's wedding this year. Me and my husband been married 10 years. We renewed our vows, and then she got married, and I was in her wedding, she was in my wedding.
Okay.
So we already built a sister bond. Even if we weren't, if you told us no, she's still my sister.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. And I got to tell you, ma'am, you have a big heart. Very big heart to stay with him. Have a good day. That's my judgment.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you.
All right.
Thank you so much for doing this with me. It really means a lot, but it just let me know why we so much alike now. We got it on paper now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
I love you, and I'm so happy you got closure, and now it's official.
And then his birthday next week, so now I got something to really celebrate now.
You're officially my new sister.
Oh, thank you.
Plaintiff Gregory Edwards says 2 weeks after he started dating the defendant, they moved in together. And soon after, she changed her last name to his last name on social media. Gregory claims he moved out after 3 months, and he's suing for unreturned property and an illegal eviction. Defendant Imania Hurtado insists Gregory didn't move in with her until 2 months after they started dating. And 10 days later, while she was sound asleep, he kicked her door in. She's countersuing for 2 unpaid loans, damaged property, and emotional distress.
Start with you.
We dated for about 3 months. About a couple of weeks into the relationship, we ended up moving in together. Within that time, things was good in the beginning, and then I just started feeling uncomfortable to me. Like I started,
what, the bed, the couch?
No, I started seeing certain things like I would look on Facebook. She had changed her last name to my last name. Mm-hmm. She started telling people that I was her fiance, and and it was just moving too fast, too quick.
Whose place was it?
It was her place.
Okay. What'd you do at your place?
I'm sorry?
When you moved in with her, what happened with your place? The landlord let you off early out of your lease?
Well, no. I currently was in a relationship before her, and it wasn't working out. And me and her
uncomfortable there too.
He's uncomfortable?
Yeah. And me and her hit it off, so I ended up moving in with her.
What happened to the place that your previous woman you stayed with?
She still stays there.
Oh, so that wasn't yours either?
No, sir. I stayed.
How about before that? Have you ever had a place, or have you stayed with women?
Yes.
All the last years.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes,
when?
I have.
What year?
What year?
Yes. What year? Did I speak a different language? You need time to think. It's been a while.
It's been a while since I had.
Okay, it's been a while. Other than that, you've been living off women. Go ahead. What else?
With that being said,
you didn't like what was going on in her house and the things that she was saying. Go ahead. But I know now why you had to move in.
I understand where you're coming from too. Well, the thing was, it was too much. It was moving too fast, and she had let me use her car to get back and forth to look for a job. Just to hang out, whatever.
Good.
And it just...
What do you mean just to hang out? No, she gave you a right the first time. She gave that car to go get a job, not to hang out at all.
I started noticing that in between that time, like from the point I would leave the house, she would constantly text me, I'm lying about this, about that, and it just got to the point to where I didn't want to go through that. So I was emotionally distressed about it. Like, I was down and out about it. I told her, I was like, I need some space. And when I told her I needed some space, she ended up, I actually dropped me off at one of my friends' house. I spent like the day over there. Next thing I know, I'm getting messages.
Who you staying with now?
Actually, I just currently I'm employed, and I got a couple of people that's helping me out as far as back and forth, getting back and forth.
Who you staying with now?
I'm here and there, to be honest with you.
Okay, there you go. All right, let me hear from you, ma'am.
I'm originally from Champaign, Illinois. I came to Indiana prior to domestic violence. 18 months later, I met Gregory. He was the first guy I was involved with ever in Indiana. Like, he was my friend. Like, he was the only person that I knew.
Didn't know him.
We started talking actually July 4th. We got intimate July 31st after I came back
When
from
did he
Illinois.
move in with you, ma'am?
And he moved in with me September 6th, sir.
Defendant Imania Hurtado is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims after they broke up, she threatened him and threatened to burn his clothes.
Tell me why you're suing her. What happened?
I'm suing her because, and to be honest, Your Honor, I didn't even want to sue. What had happened was after the breakup, I told her I was.
When was that, the breakup?
It was approximately September 27th.
Out on September 27th, what happened?
I told her that I needed some space. And ever since that day, it all went down. Like, she dropped me off at my friend's house so I could recoup, get my mind together, figure out what I want to do. I decided that this relationship... About
on the 27th, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I decided that it's not going nowhere. You know, I admit, she did let me use her car. I couldn't find a job where I wanted to do, which is too much. She going left and I'm going right. So that next day when I woke up, I asked her, I was like, can I come get my things? She kept saying, I'll bring your things to you. She's giving me the runaround about me coming to get my things. I did have a key, a place of entry to go in. She told me she wasn't at home.
You weren't broke up.
She told me she wasn't at home. She then also told me she was in the hospital.
Why didn't you go if you had the key and you were already...
No, I had the house key. She had the vehicle.
But I'm saying, you said she was giving you the runaround about getting your things.
Right.
Out of the house?
Correct.
But you had a key.
Exactly.
So she couldn't get you to run around. You just go and get your stuff.
Here's the kicker. When I went, I told her I was on my way out there to get my things. She said she wasn't there. She was there.
No,
she
told
me, you have the key. What difference did it make?
Because she had the chain lock on the door.
How did you know?
Because when I tried to go in, the chain lock was on the door.
Okay, so you did try to go in.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right. And she had it locked.
Yes. At that time, she didn't want to let me in. It came to the point, I feel like I needed to call the police. I backed away. I called the officers out there. They came on the scene. They went to her door. They knocked on the door repeatedly. She didn't answer the door. The officer told me because it was a civil situation, there's nothing they really can do if they don't answer the door. So at that time, and I have a witness statement too that was with me that can verify everything that I'm telling you. I go back home, or I go back to her crib. I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. The day goes by. About 9:17 that night, I get a bing on my phone that somebody has tried to take $30 off my debit card. When she did that, I called the police again. At that time, she's still telling me she's not at home. I have a key. So all I want to do is go in, get my things.
What happened? This is the second time that you have a key.
What ended up happening was the police come on the scene. I explained to them as I'm escorting them to the door. About that time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, she comes running from the back down the sidewalk, being combative with me and the police.
She was in the house because you said she came running around.
I was not at home and I was not in the house. Him and the police was in the house.
Because we seen her walking down the sidewalk to get on her vehicle.
So what happened with the confrontation with the police? What happened?
What happened was when the police came on the scene, now mind you, nobody's in the house now. I have a key. I went right on in there. I noticed when I went in, she had all my things sitting at the door. I wasn't sure if I had all my belongings, but when the officers came on the scene, they didn't really give me much
Obviously,
time.
you've determined that you didn't have all your things.
Correct.
And did you ask for the remaining items, and what has she said?
I have a recording about that conversation.
Okay.
And what she said was, basically, I'm not getting my things.
Okay, and she still
she
has
basically
a lot.
denied about having them, and I
Okay,
have proof.
let me hear from you, ma'am.
Sir, on September 16th, he kicked my door in. He kicked my door in.
What caused that? What did it
I was in the bed asleep when he kicked my door in. When he kicked my door in.
Tell me what caused that.
Well, he came back. He'd been using my car. He leaves. He comes to my house at 8-something in the morning. He leaves at 5. He
Maybe
takes
I'm
my car.
confused. He didn't live with you, ma'am?
Yeah, he was supposed to be living.
So that's what does happen. You come home and then you go back out. You act like...
No, he stayed out all night, every night. He come in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
He leaves at 5. This is a repeated cycle every day. So 5 o'clock p.m., I don't see him no more till 8 o'clock p.m.
Right.
And it was to the point one time I text him and asked him to bring my car. He told me he was on his way. He never came. And when I asked him again, he was like, you shouldn't have talked to me like that. I had been telling him I've been sick and that I was hurting.
She had let me use her car to, get back and forth, to look for a job, just to hang out, whatever.
Good.
And it just...
What do you mean just to hang out? No, she gave you a right the first time. She gave that car.
Well,
go get a job.
it
Not
was-
to hang out at all.
Defendant Imania Hurtado is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims after they broke up, she threatened him and threatened to burn his clothes.
What happened on the 16th, though?
Oh, he kicked my door in.
You got to tell me the
That's not true, Your
circumstances.
Well, I was laying in the bed asleep. I woke up. He was in my room yelling at me.
In the bedroom.
I was in my bedroom. I was asleep.
And he doesn't stay in that bedroom?
No, he didn't stay in there that night. He don't never stay in there. He leaves at 5 o'clock at p.m. and comes back the next morning 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Why did he kick your door in? Do you
Because
wanna
this
just tell
particular
me?
night, he came back around 11:30. I was in the bed asleep,
Right.
and the chain was on the
I know
door.
he did that. Why do you think he kicked
Oh, because
the door
when he
in?
came in my room, he said, I thought you was laying with another.
Another guy.
Yes.
Okay, and without even knocking, asking any questions or anything, he just kicked in the door and said, I thought you was here with another man.
Your Honor, I have...
That's
Yes.
what happened?
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
and how
that's
did
exactly
it end?
what happened.
So then what?
And I said, why would I have another man in here and you have a key
And
to
what
the
was
place?
the end of the conversation? You all just what?
Oh, why was the chain on it? And I cut the conversation off. I never argued with him
And there was
once.
no problem after that?
It was no problem
On the
after that.
16th. Okay.
And
So,
then after that, I started telling him, he's going out again the next night. I told him that night.
I'm not as interested in him cheating on you or
No.
hanging out at night as much as I am interested in what he's suing you about. The relevant things here today are the property he's suing you about and the eviction that he refers to as illegal. So things surrounding that is what we have to talk about. So let's start with the day that he alleges he was evicted. What is your understanding of what happened there?
Okay, I felt ill. I had been telling him I was ill. And he was saying that I was making it up and because I was just trying to keep him around. And I did fall ill. That's the same day that I took him to his friend's house and he said that he needed a break. I said, okay, we were not broken up. He still had a key. We were still supposed to be dating. However, that same day, I went to the hospital and I had to supposed to get emergency surgery. My life was at risk. I told him I was going to get surgery. He cut the phone off on me. I couldn't even call back. He was my emergency contact, and that's then where I ended the relationship. I did not evict him.
Okay, what about the property?
He came with the police and have all his property. I do have the Alexa box.
Do you know when he came last?
He came on the 28th with the police.
Of September?
Yes, sir.
And got all of his things?
Yes, and he told the police he was satisfied.
Didn't you just say except for something else?
The Alexa box, and I told him to grab it, and he never grabbed it.
Okay.
I didn't try to keep it.
All right.
I never did anything to his stuff. I actually washed all his clothes before he came and got it.
Okay, what about hats?
I don't know anything about no hats. He got his hats.
Yeah, why couldn't you grab your hats and your hair clippers, sir? Those are very small things.
When the police came on the scene, now mind you, they
grabbed some things already.
Yeah, whatever she had packed up is what I grabbed.
Yeah.
I know one thing I noticed, I got a hat and a shoe fetish.
Okay, hold on. Did you pack his things up?
Yes, sir. When I came home,
You never saw hats?
I packed his hats up by the door in a long tub. He has the hats.
How does he owe you for loans, property, and emotional distress?
The loans, I loaned him $475.
When?
On September 10th, just to have,
Okay.
because...
Just to have?
Yes.
And when was he just to have paid you?
just to have in his pocket. He said...
And when was he to repay you?
When he started his job. He was supposed to start his job.
Started?
No.
Okay. Well,
he hasn't started yet.
Well, he doesn't have to pay you yet.
Yeah.
So what about the damaged property?
And when he damaged my door.
When he did what?
When he kicked in my door because he thought...
You have pictures of that in your evidence?
Yes, sir.
What page?
11, 12.
All right. And this didn't detach the chain, though.
It detached everything around. The whole frame is broke.
The chain isn't broke.
It's bent. I have to get a whole new frame. I was in the bed asleep, and the chain was on the door.
He did that. Why do you think he...
Because when he came in my room, he said, I thought you was laying with another
guy.
Yes.
Okay, and without even knocking, asking any questions or anything, he just kicked in the door and said, I thought you was here with another man.
Defendant Imania Hurtado is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims after they broke up, she threatened him and threatened to burn his clothes.
Okay, let me hear about the door, sir. You say he kicked in the door.
Sir, Your Honor, I never kicked in the door. I never did anything like that.
Has she ever mentioned this to you?
No, she hasn't.
This is the first time you're hearing?
In the recording, she never says anything about me kicking in the door.
Has she said to you any other time? When did you first hear about this accusation?
When I heard that she was suing me.
Okay. And you say you told him before?
I told him before. Actually, he told me, after he found out I wasn't in there with another man, he said he would get it fixed.
All right. Good enough. And with regard to the emotional distress, how does he owe you for that?
Because when I went to the hospital, he shut his phone off on me. I was due emergency surgery that was life-threatening. I didn't have anybody. He was my only source. He was my emergency contact. And still to this day, he haven't seen how I was doing, how I came out of surgery. I had to wait.
Right. You can't sue for a bad boyfriend. That's what you had. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of lawsuits would be going on. The courts would be full if women could sue for bad boyfriends.
Definitely.
So that's all you had. He had no legal obligation to come and pick you up at the hospital or even visit you. He had zero obligation to you.
He's my boyfriend. He should have been there.
Your Honor.
I was there for him.
Okay, but legally
Oh.
Should is moral.
Yes, sir.
I can't grant you judgments on your morals.
Yes, sir.
All I can grant you judgments is on the law.
Yes, sir.
All right. So go before Dr. Phil and the others. They'll tell you about morals and they'll go through all that and tell you what's right and that wasn't right and you should have thought about it 3 times and counted to 10 before you kicked the door in. I don't know any of that. All I can ask you, sir, what is it you want to show me regarding your evidence?
It's just I've received threats. I've received threats through her. If you look on page 5, she even on the part of the text message.
How does that relate to your lawsuit?
Because she threatened me if I came and got my things of what she was going to do if I was to show up with any drama or whatever.
Where's that?
Page 5 is a page with also with a gun and what she's saying down there below.
Wow, and she showed you a gun too?
Exactly.
A picture of a gun? I don't think you're coming over with some thoughts. Anyone comes to my house unruly, I'm definitely shooting. You don't care at all, so I'm going to show you how I get when I don't care. Nothing for me, you gets nothing. I'm done playing your whack-a games.
And then if you
Good for
see on
you.
page,
So you're not getting
on page
anything.
4, Your Honor,
So you're not getting your possessions. I got
she
it.
also talks about burning my clothes.
What page is that?
Page 4.
Since you don't have any compassion or consideration, I'm not going to have none either. I'm burning your. What do you want me to hear?
Basically, it's just a recording of me asking her for my belongings.
There you go. All right, let me hear it, y'all.
If I can't get my you're going to suffer in the long run. Period.
Fine.
So can I please come get my things?
When you give me my rent money.
I don't owe you no rent money.
Well, I don't owe you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yep.
All right, ma'am. I'm convinced that you withheld his property. I'm convinced that you illegally evicted him, as he said. All your testimony has been contradictory, so I don't know what to believe about what you say, particularly the damaged property, unless you have a discussion of some sort in the text regarding, you do?
I have
about the door?
Yes, sir. I have a statement on page.
No, ma'am. Communication between the two of you.
No, sir, but he got all his belongings.
All right, you've talked to him about everything else, but why didn't you mention the door?
I mentioned.
He says, show it to me then.
I mentioned it to him.
Show it to me, ma'am.
I don't, let's see.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have any evidence. And so I'm going to dismiss your claim, and I believe him with the evidence that he has shown, with the tape that I just heard, and what I read. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed.
Thank you, sir. I mean, I wish you the best. You know, we didn't work out, but, you know, I didn't even want to go through this. You know, I didn't want to sue you, and it was the only reason why I did because you was trying to sue me for something. You know, I never wanted any of this. So,
why didn't you pay for my door? Why didn't you pay the rent?
I don't know nothing about the door.
Excuse me?
I don't know anything about a door.
You kicked my door in.
I don't, first of all.
You kicked my door in.
It is not in my demeanor to kick anybody's door in.
You kicked my door in because you thought I was with another man.
I even told you, I don't care who you sleep with. Just don't mess with none of my things. Remember that? I don't care who you sleep with.
You kicked my door in. Because you thought I was in there with another man.
I don't have anything else to say. I'm good.
You so fraud. You fraudulent. You fake and you a bum. You leech off of women. You ain't got no crib.
Okay.
And that girl Tanisha need to leave you alone.
Okay.
Because she's stupid.
Plaintiff Shauna Smith says the defendant dated her son, and she claims she has his child. But Shauna has doubts about him being the father. Shauna's suing her son's ex because she sold her a car, but she failed to pay for it. Defendant Michaela Darden insists Shauna is her daughter's biological grandmother, whether she wants to believe it or not. Michaela claims Shauna has been sending her threatening text messages, which she has in court. She's countersuing for the harassment.
Start with you.
Well, I met Michaela about 2 years ago through my son. She was dating my son. Shortly found out that she was pregnant after meeting her with my son's child. Well, supposedly my son's child. I have my doubts. My son does not have his doubts. And I have those doubts due to a friend of hers reaching out to me, telling me that she's told another boy that his family he is the father.
Is that right? We can stop here for a minute. Is that right, ma'am?
No, the other family, I've been a part of their family for 7 years.
Yeah.
So even though they know that that's not their kid, they want it to be because I've known them for 7 years.
Okay, but you know it is her son's child.
Yes, sir. And he does too. Neither one of us have a problem with that.
Don't go away. More of Judge Mathis is coming up.
I'm not going to be your friend anymore because your boyfriend's mother contacted me and keeps texting me. Watch this. Did that happen?
No, sir.
Oh, right. Honest lady. Honest lady. Anybody else coming here would have said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Your Honor.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Judge Mathis provided by
Court is back in session at Judge Mathis. If you have a case you want heard or a dispute you need settled, call us at 1-888-VERDICT.
Defendant Michaela Darden has a child with the plaintiff's son, but the plaintiff has doubts about her son being the child's father.
Go ahead.
So me and Michaela, we were fine. We got along up until her and my son started having issues. I helped her out, helped her get a job, pursuant to this case, gave her a car. Then when her and my son started having issues is when she started having issues. Me and her did banter back and forth several times about the car, essentially. That led to other discussions. She has since withheld my grandchild from me, and I haven't been able to see my grandchild because if it's not her way, it's the highway. She
You
felt
said
I
you don't
wasn't
know
doing
if
enough.
it's your grandchild. Yeah. Let me hear from you. Give me some background.
Well, I've known Shauna for about 2 to 3 years now. She is she's my daughter's grandmother, whether she believes it or not. But she does, as you see, deny my child to an extent. And my child has received poor treatment from her and her family, as in her family. The dad's side of the dad's family has been great.
How old is the child?
She's 1.5.
So what type of bad treatment? What do you mean, abuse?
Well, no, there's another daughter that's a year older than my daughter, and they get her every weekend. Not abuse or anything. It's just there's no bond. She's seen her. I could literally count on one or two hands.
I watched her for a month in the summertime, Michaela.
Yeah, and she says that you're withholding her. That's why she can't see her. That's what she said.
That's when the comments were made about how she wasn't hers.
Okay.
And when her son,
no, that's
a
not
bunch
when
of
that
problems
occurred. I
happened
actually
too.
have the text where you told me I will not. On page 10 is where you got everything off your chest and basically told me I was a horrible person to the baby.
But did she say I'm not bringing the baby over?
Yes. She told me I would no longer see the baby, and that is my fault.
Judge,
yes.
I want to say I have the same screenshots on page 1, and I did message her to get things off my chest, but I never said that she could not see my daughter.
Yeah.
Those messages were that her fiance could not come to my daughter's birthday.
You read the part, ma'am, where she says you can't see the child anymore. You read that to me. I don't see it either. Maybe I'm reading too fast, or maybe I just can't read as well as you.
I'm sorry. I don't have that one where she physically told me I could not see her.
All right,
but I
we'll
have
move
since
on.
asked to see her, and she will not allow me.
All right, we'll move on, but this was important to address, so we've addressed it.
And as far as me questioning the paternity, that didn't come up until me and Michaela started having issues towards April. Like I always did for the baby, as I did my other grandchild.
So why would you do that? Why would, when you all fall out, you throw the child in the middle?
I did not. Her friend came to me with it.
Why did her friend say she was doing that? And why would her friend feel open to do that?
Because I asked where she was, and she explained that she was having issues with her as well.
May I ask a question, Judge?
Yes.
Was this friend just so happened to be? Because if so, she's done sabotaged me multiple times by calling DSS and calling the repo people to get the car you gave me towed. So if that was your insight, that wasn't.
Was it? You want to answer that or not? You don't have to.
I would rather not.
Okay. Well, you did say, however, that the person who gave you that information also had a problem with her at that time. So I'm not going to find that reliable if that's the only place you got that information. And up until that point, there was no question at all. So it's no question. She doesn't put it in question. She's just trying to irritate you, quite frankly. And she knows that woman don't know anything about that. All right, let's get to the $3,500. Tell me what the transaction agreement was.
So back in August of 2020, Michaela was in need of transportation. I sold her my 2010 Kia Forte for $3,000. I then, about a week or so later, once she found out she needed more money as far as getting her license and everything else, I gave her an additional $500, all to be paid back in full. I know I watch your show all the time. I absolutely love you, but I did a horrible mistake and allowed it to be at tax time.
Income tax.
Yep.
Here you go. All right. And what have the discussions been since then?
Once her and my son started having issues, I would frequently try and touch base with her because she'd change phone numbers, whatever the case may be. I was not always in contact with her, and she would disappear frequently. So I'd text her, ask her if it's still on. She's good by April. She'd say yes. And then in one of her messages, she no longer has the car because she took out a title loan on it, because I even signed the title over to her, and she got the car repoed.
How long ago was that? To your
I'm not sure. Like I said, to my knowledge, March-ish.
Of 21? Okay.
More of Judge Mathis when we return. Defendant Michaela Darden has a child with the plaintiff's son, but the plaintiff has doubts about her son being the child's father.
All right, ma'am, let me hear your side.
Basically, as far as my end goes, Shauna messages me every time, not just me, but my family, my roommates, every time at night. And it's like sometimes 12 o'clock in the morning, very late. And she'll just message threats harassing me. She'll constantly message back to back to back. And that's the only reason I gave up on the money, because I had intentions on giving it to her until I was constantly threatened.
When did that start?
I'm not exactly sure what date it started, but I do have some examples of the threats in my paperwork.
Well, it's important to know when it started, though.
Well, these messages were from July 13th.
Because one of the things I'm trying to determine is, did she start this in effort to collect the money, or did she start this as a result of you and her son falling out?
Well, it kind of goes back and forth between a lot of it.
Right.
1 minute it's the money, 1 minute it's my daughter, and 1 minute my daughter's another man's, and she sends pictures of the man and all types of things.
And that's why I was trying to find dates. When did these messages first start?
The very first message started, all the problems began on April 13th, a week before my daughter's birthday, when I messaged Shauna telling her I had things to get off my chest, and that was that her fiance couldn't come to my daughter's birthday.
So the two have nothing to do with each other. You should have paid her money and sue her for the things she's doing to you, or call the police if you believe it was for the other reason, breaking up with her son. She's harassing you about breaking up with her son. If she's harassing me about a loan, monies that I owe, totally different subject. Is your defense that she was harassing you about money or harassing you about her son?
Harassing me in general. It was literally a mix-up of everything. It would, like in the messages, it goes back and forth between 1 minute, and one message, I'll have to find it because we literally say, you're going back and forth. What is it about? Okay, yeah, on page 25, my roommate told her, Haven isn't on your mind, just money and arguing with Michaela. And there's some more. There's a lot of pages to go through. I'm sorry.
But that right there
you
says
have
I
to
was
point out what you think will help your case. That's all.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, I've got some threats from her. I forgot to tell you about that part. Whenever she drinks and messages me at night, she also threatens me. But she also one night got in her car, intoxicated, and tried to come track me down in Florence. And her son had to go find her, drive her home, hide her keys, and call the law. Because of her belligerent.
He did not call the law, ma'am.
Did you get drunk and harass her?
It was not getting drunk and harassing her. My son met me on my street, yes. And he did make me go back home because he doesn't want any part of this.
Okay, were you smashed?
No.
Okay.
I do not drink and drive because I came close to a DUI when I was like 19 years old.
Okay. Give me some specific pages you want me to read to back up your testimony about harassment.
I gotcha. On page 3, we told her, right, my roommate said, and right now you're harassing me and Michaela. She said, I'm not harassing, I'm asking for money owed. And Caitlin, my roommate, said, you are harassing. And Shauna said, and stating my action when not paid. And my roommate said, that money ain't got nothing to do with me. And she said, how? And she said, my name is Caitlin, not Michaela.
Yeah, ma'am.
Didn't you create a group chat and put your friend in that group chat?
No, ma'am. That was the group chat for all the grandmas, you, my mother, and her.
Grandma.
I got added at the very end to screenshot the messages for court.
Okay.
That's in there, too. It's on the last part.
Why you make it sound like that? Like the woman is 100 years old. All the grandmas.
I'm not trying to.
All the grandmas.
That's what it was called. It was called the original grandmas originally.
My wife is a grandma in her mid-50s and fine as all day.
That was just the name of the group, that's all.
You're trying to drop some shade. Grandmas. She wanted.
It was the grandma
Then you
group, though.
say
It was
great.
my mom.
Great.
her-
Great.
Did you say great grandma just now?
No, just all the grandmas.
No, I don't play name call. I don't play personal insult. I'm the only one that can insult people. I engage in insult humor. So unless you got some insult humor, don't do it.
Judge Mathis gives the verdict when we return. Are you owed child support but your ex refuses to pay? Call 1-888-VERDICT or visit us online at www.judgemathistv.com. Defendant Michaela Darden has a child with the plaintiff's son, but the plaintiff has doubts about her son being the child's father.
All right, now, you are harassing. You're standing. That money ain't got. She was very clear. But that's with the roommate. What did she do to you?
Well, I was replying. Some of those messages I did reply to, but she actually reached out. She reached out to them because at this point I blocked her because of all the previous times. It got so bad that she started speaking so nasty to me. I had to delete her. I'm trying.
Michaela, you were nasty to me.
You told me things that shouldn't be said. I'm not even going to say it on TV right now. But
What did your friends come back and say to you regarding her? How did it affect your friends? Her texting
it just aggravates
crazy.
my friends because my friends feel like they don't have anything to do with my personal things, so
All
they
right.
feel like they shouldn't be blown up over it.
Okay. Well, it'd be different if they came back and said, her harassment caused me emotional distress and I haven't been able to sleep and it's because of you. And had you not done this to the woman, I wouldn't be suffering in this way. But that's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, leave me alone, woman. I don't owe you any money. Go on now. That's what I'm hearing. And that's not enough for you to collect money. If
Right.
she did that to you, we can discuss that. But her doing it to a friend who blows her off, and if they had come back and they say, I'm not going to be your friend anymore, watch this. I'm not going to be your friend anymore because your boyfriend's mother contacted me and keeps texting me. Watch this. Did that happen?
No, sir.
Oh, right. Honest lady. Honest lady. Anybody else coming here would have said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Your Honor. They won't speak to me. I've been calling them and they won't call me back. And I asked their brother why they won't call me back. And they said it's because that lady called and texted them. And that's why they're never going to speak to me again. So people would have lied and said that. So I appreciate your honesty. Now, tell me about the $3,500, however. That's not a defense to failing to pay. Your counterclaim is for the harassment. Those are two separate things. What's your legal defense? Do you owe her or not?
No, I had all intentions on paying her, but with the stimuluses going out this past year, basically it's like the taxes were on hold until all the stimuluses went out. So my stimulus wasn't in by April when our agreement was, and my taxes weren't in by April because of the stimuluses, and that's when the threats started kicking in because my money wasn't in. And I mean, I can't control the IRS.
No? Honest once again.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to dismiss your harassment suit. I don't think the things that have occurred amounted to harassment toward you. You blocked her, so you avoided the harassment. And I'll grant you your $3,500 because she has no legal defense to not being able to pay you. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. Good luck to you with your child.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I really hope we can get to a point where I can see my grandchild.
My next step was restraining orders.
Okay.